With this being the first show of 2021, it also kicks off Rollin On TV's 11th year of production. To start off the new season, we head to Livingston, Texas, and join Michelle Fontaine for a very interesting story about an unusual RV destination most people have never heard of, but will surely remember long after they watch this story. Also, what happens when you take a group of women out of their regular RV industry jobs and turn them loose with a used trailer? You have the RV Women's Alliance Drab to Fab project, which we'll be covering this season right through to project completion and the raffle of this finished trailer. Later in the show, we'll join our resident experts Mark and Don Polk from RV Education 101 and see what they have in their lesson plan for us this week. Rollin On TV is sponsored by Carefree of Colorado, celebrating over 45 years of RV awning innovation. Closed captioning, where available, is sponsored by Forest River. Begin the journey.
Hi, Michelle Fontaine, Rollin On TV, and we are at a place that we've been trying to get to for 2 years. 2 years ago, Laurie and I attended the 59th Escapade, the Escapees reunion in Tucson, Arizona, and we came across this information about care, and it really felt like a great story. So 2 years later, here we are. I am sitting with Crystal Salters, who is the Activities and Events Coordinator for CARE.
Yes.
What does CARE stand for? The original definition of CARE.
Continued Assistance for Retired Escapees.
I would imagine a full-time RVer, as they're getting up in age, worries about that. What happens? What happens when I hurt myself, or I can't drive, or we have to get medical attention?
Right.
You really are providing such an important answer to that question, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
We also met with Russ Johnson, Executive Director for CARE.
We are a separate, totally separate nonprofit 501c3, and it was a concept really that began with the founder of the Escapee RV Club, Kay Peterson and Joe Peterson. Kay was a registered nurse, and they were travelers like the rest of us in the RV club. And as Joe would work at a electrical project for the government, Kay would then work in the assisted living or nursing home community in a particular area that they were in. And one thing that troubled her was the fact that people going into assisted living and nursing homes at that day had to put up a large sum of money generally. And if they didn't like the services, they might lose a good deal of their life savings if they left and tried to go someplace else.
There is an application process. Part of the application goes to the doctor, which will indicate to us that this person can live independently. And then we have a committee that, one of them, it has to do with finances. Another one, of course, which is Judy, our facility nurse, that, medically. And then Russ, our director, the overall, say of the accepting them. The criteria is that you have to be able to live independently on your own, which basically, if you can get yourself over to our dining room for meals, you're qualified.
Let's talk a little bit about the finance part of it. My understanding is that this is a lot less expensive than traditional independent living facilities,
yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And is it kept within their monthly income, or do they need to have other money to draw from? How does that work?
For a single person, it's right at $1,000 a month, and that's everything. And then to add, if it were a couple, it would be an extra $500.
For that monthly fee, tell us again.
Okay.
What does that include? Go down the list.
Your site with your own personal storage shed, You'll have a phone box there, electricity and water hookups. You are provided with trash pickup, maintenance to mow the grass, housekeeping to come to your RV and clean every other week, and laundry to be picked up and done and brought back to you every week. Transportation, anything over a 15-mile radius, there is a charge. I think it's 50 cents per mile.
Aquacam toss-ins, so fast and easy to use, it could seem like a game. Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com.
Aside from our resident program, we also have an adult daycare. Our adult daycare is the only one in Polk County which serves the whole Tri-County area because of where we're located, not very far as, more county lines. We have a full-time LVN, which is our facility nurse, and we have 2 CNAs. And they are here primarily for the adult daycare. However, Judy, our facility nurse, she takes care of all the residents. She's very, very much well involved in what they have going on.
That works out really well.
Yes. We have a way of checking on our residents every day by 10 o'clock, and they don't even realize that we're checking up on them. We ask them to call in by 10 o'clock every day to let us know what their plan is for the day. So if they tell us that they're going to come for lunch and then 12 o'clock rolls around and we haven't seen them yet, then we check on them. But many people, especially those that, are trying to eat on the healthy side or on a diet or just, want to be more independent, they will choose to go out to eat or to cook and do their own thing.
Cool. How about pets?
Oh, we love pets. We're very pet friendly. I would say at least, if not more, at least half of our residents have a dog. Some of them have cats. We actually have a cat on the loose right now that we're trying to catch. And we will before the day's end.
I'm talking to some of the people here that the main perks for them are they don't have to cook or do laundry.
Right,
Right?
exactly.
And you're in a community.
Yes.
One person even told us a story where they bought a house. They lived in a house for a while, but then when they got into their 80s, they decided to come here, and mainly because of those great perks and things they don't have to do and the feeling of community.
I found out that there were 4 openings down here.
Okay.
I said, Robert, come on, we're going to go to Care for a month and see if we like it. And so we did. What's not to like?
Exactly.
We do have a waiting list. And, some of the people on the waiting list, they wanted to reserve their spot for when that time comes.
Thank you, Crystal, for telling us all about CARE, how this all fits together to benefit people who live here, taking the stress out of daily living.
Russ, thank you so much for filling us in on this part of the CARE organization. And please, if you would like to donate to this very worthy cause, you can do so many ways. Their website is www.escapeescare.org.
And thank you very much for coming to share the story of Escapee Care, Inc. With the rest of the country.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We love Care! We love Care! We love Care!
Hi there, I'm Jeff Johnston, and welcome to RV Straight Talk, where I'll try and answer your RV technical and at times not so technical questions. You can submit your questions by email to jeff@rollinontv.com or by going to our website at rollinontv.com and clicking on the RV Straight Talk link. Now, RV tires and their proper use cause a lot of confusion for RVers. This year, Dennis writes, this week, Dennis writes, I've installed a tire pressure monitoring system. My Class C motorhome calls for 80 pounds a square inch tire pressure. Driving in hot weather, they go up to 96 psi. Is that safe? Should I deflate the tires in hot weather? And that's from Dennis in North Carolina. No, Dennis, you should not deflate your tires in warm weather. The cold inflation pressure is the starting point for your motorhome, trailer, car, any vehicle like that. The tire manufacturers establish that as the point where you start the inflation, and they build in a factor that allows the inflation to come up a little bit when the tire warms up, either due to warm weather, going down the road, or a combination of those. There's plenty of safety margin built in there. You don't need to worry about deflating the tires. And if you do that, then when you go to start in the morning, the tires are probably going to be too low on inflation, and then that can be even more of a problem, of course. So don't bother deflating them. Start them at the cold inflation pressure, and you'll do just fine. Now, email me your shipping address, Dennis, and I'll make sure you receive one of these classy Rollin On TV mugs. Ceramic, hard to spill. Don't forget, if you have an RV tech question, send it in and I'll get you a straight, honest answer. If we use your question on our website or the TV show, we'll send you a Rollin On TV mug just like this one, or very similar. Now, we regret we can't personally answer every question we receive, but we do answer the ones we use on the show or the website. That's it for this week. We'll see you next time.
From off-the-road adventure camping to luxurious full-time RVing and everything in between, Forest River has the RV to fit your needs, budget, and outdoor lifestyle. To see our full line of trailers and motorhomes, visit forestriverinc.com. Forest River. Begin the journey. At Norcol, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norcol refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norcol RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norcol.com.
So because we're a grassroots organization, we're very young, we're only about 2 years into it, and 2020 came along and we had all these things, all these events planned, and then COVID hit. So we kind of went dormant and we decided, well, what are we gonna do? So one day I woke up and for some strange reason, I decided, hey, I think we can flip an RV and let's call it Drab to Fab. I mean, it literally happened that fast. It's been a whirlwind. So within 6 weeks, we not only had to get an RV, but come up with a marketing plan, come up with, the build schedule and everything else like that. And if anybody's done a rental project, 6 weeks with these are all volunteers working full-time jobs beyond this, it's quite the feat. But we were able to pull it off, and what you see behind us is a half torn apart RV getting ready to be built back up again.
Welcome to week 2 of demo. We've got a great group of ladies in here helping ripping out the interior. We've got the windows out and we're working on the roof.
Just say, we're currently working on the roof. How's it going? A lot of work.
Right now we are laying the flooring throughout the RV, and then we will also be laying some heated floors for the bedroom.
So last week we had, I don't know, maybe 12 people here, which was amazing. And it was so fun. And all the ladies that we've talked to after said, I can't wait to come back. I've learned new things. I want to go home and tear some stuff up and just build something now. So we're all learning new skill sets that we never knew we could do or wanted to do, but we're having fun doing it.
Today's our 4th week of the project. What we're doing is we're getting volunteers from around the industry. It doesn't matter what your job is, as long as you work in the RV industry, we welcome you here. It's a great place to meet new friends, learn new skills. I know me, for one, what do I know about renovating an RV? Very little, but 4 weeks into it, what do I know now? A lot more. And through it, I've also met a lot of amazing women that do different jobs throughout the industry. So the networking through this project alone is fantastic.
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, as far as the Patrick girls go, we've kind of, we have our core, but like being here, I've met so many other ladies that I probably would not have met outside of this project. So it's just been fun getting to know them and even, communicating outside of this project. So it's exciting to see, how many more relationships, we'll build and continue to build throughout the process.
Part of RVWA's mission is to have it be an organization where women feel welcome, they have a place to turn. It's a community that when they do start working in this industry, they're automatically, a part of something great and they feel comfortable.
So I've only been in the industry for almost a year, so I am brand new to the RV industry, but what I found is that there's a lot of women who are really excited and want to make a change and want to make an impact, and it's nice coming into an industry that from an outsider's perspective, I know that it's male dominated, but coming into it as a newbie, I see that there's a lot of women who want to just make something awesome and impact the industry in a lot of cool ways.
So Drab to Fab is 100% women built. But that being said, that we do allow men to come because we have a lot of manufacturers. We have 38 sponsors right now, and they continue to grow. So these are products throughout the industry. We invite anybody from those companies to come and advise on their products because who knows their products better than them. So if we're doing a solar panel or if we're doing air conditioning or the roofing or something like that, and they want to come and watch and advise, hey, we've got a quick fix to that, or hey, if you do it this way, it's going to be a lot faster and easier for you, then we welcome that advisement because, we're learning, and that's the wonderful part about it. It doesn't mean we can't learn from men or other women. It's a community thing.
With this unit, I think we all came together and said, what are the things that we want to see? What are the things that aren't being done in the industry yet? And how can we apply them to kind of push the envelope and make something really new and special and exciting?
COVID inspired us to take this RV and make it the ultimate work from the road vehicle. So it came with a bunk in the front. And so what we've done is totally torn out that bunk and we're going to turn it into an office space. So what you're going to get is that environment where you have a really great dedicated office, an up-to-date kitchen, and a heated bedroom with heated floors, kind of schwanky little place to live and go out on the road and work. At the end of this project, when it's all done, on March 3rd, the RV Hall of Fame has donated space for us to do a big reveal. And we're going to invite all of the workers, all of our sponsors to come and actually see the unveiling of the RV, go in, see it, touch it, feel it, be proud of being a part of this. And then it goes immediately to a raffle, and the proceeds are going to go to the RV Women's Alliance to help us fund some other programs for women in the industry.
How's it going? It's going, slowly but surely. Wow, am I glad I used AquaChem. Maybe chili wasn't the best idea.
AquaChem, the most powerful odor control available and the #1 seller for over 50 years.
I'm all about saving time and using products that can make a job easier to do, so when I saw this Fastway Flipjack at a trade show, it immediately caught my attention. No more messing around with blocks of wood or putting on and taking off the tongue jack foot. The Fastway Flipjack drops into place automatically when you extend the jack, and it tucks up out of the way automatically when you retract the jack for towing. And it's easy to install. Let me show you how to do it right now. The Fastway Flipjack foot adds 6 inches automatically to your 2-inch or 2 1/4 inch tongue jack. It can be used on manual side or top blind jacks or with electric tongue jacks. Read and follow all installation instructions. Locate the trailer on a flat level surface such as a driveway or parking lot. Chalk both sides of the trailer in both directions. For this installation, you can keep the trailer coupled to the tow vehicle, or you can use jack stands under the trailer tongue to support the trailer without the use of the tongue jack. Measure your tongue jack to make sure you have the correctly sized flip jack foot. Do not exceed the max tongue weight rating and only use the proper size flip jack for the application. Read all of the options in the installation instructions before drilling any holes in the tongue jack. Extend the tongue jack almost to the ground. Place a block of wood under the tongue jack. Lay the flip jack on top of the wood block with the base plate towards the back of the trailer. Slowly extend the jack tube until it rests on the jack foot and wood block, and so that the locating plate is pushed up tightly against the front wall of the inner jack tube. The drill guide hole should be perpendicular to the trailer and jack tube and 1.5 inches from the bottom of the tube and centered on the tube. Extend the jack until the weight resting on the flip jack foot holds it securely in place so it will not move while the guide holes are being drilled. Using a 3/16 inch drill bit, drill a pilot hole on both sides of the jack tube using the pilot holes as guides. Retract the tongue jack to a comfortable drilling height and remove the flip jack foot and wood block. Use a 1/2 inch drill bit to enlarge the pilot holes. Ream the hole slightly to deburr it and open it up. Switch sides and drill and ream the second hole. Pass the drill bit all the way through the inner jack tube to make sure there's a clean path for the bolt. If drilling the holes leaves a burr or lip, use a file or grinder to smooth the edge so the pivoting operation of the flip jack foot moves freely. If the installation is on a round tongue jack, install the included spacer ring on the jack now. A square tongue jack does not need the spacer to operate properly. Install a 1/2 inch washer onto the 1/2 inch bolt. Place the flip jack on the tongue jack and align the mounting holes, and slide the bolt through the slots in the jack foot and the holes in the jack tube. Install a 1/2 inch washer and lock nut. Tighten the nut securely using 2 3/4 inch wrenches, and then back the lock nut off just enough for the flip jack to move back and forth easily. Now let's see how our new flip jack works. That's all there is to it. If you tow a trailer, the Fastway Flip Jack will save you time and trouble. For more information on Fastway trailer products or to order your Fastway Flip Jack, visit www.fastwaytrailer.com. Don't leave home without it. Happy camping.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. For more information on anything you've seen on the program, along with additional videos, stories, and news, plus some great contests, visit our website at rollinontv.com. And remember, you can also watch Rollin On TV on Roku, Amazon Fire, Vimeo, and YouTube, as well as on any of our station's streaming media services. For complete coverage information, click on the Where to Watch link on our website. As usual, this has been another fun production.